Lights out play from Tony Stark here. Oasis gonna drop Millennia, who's on the change into Invis. You sure finds Vinny Dogman on the self, and you.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back to Nucleus Esports. I'm your host, Valorant Esports. Today, we got some fire highlights coming from the Call of Duty League. Next, we got some highlights coming from the Marvel Rival Ignite North American Stage 1. Yeah, that was a lot. And some news with the ESL bringing back IEM to Beijing, the first time since 2019. And of course, we got some more news to go along with that. If you like what you see, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that bell for notification. Also, make sure you follow us at all our social media handles at Nucleus_Esports. Let's roll that intro. This past weekend was week 2 of the Marvel Rivals Ignite North America qualifiers. We had some tough highlights. I'm talking about from all your favorite heroes, y'all. Check it out.
Even through the rampage, but forces out the ult to stay healthy in that moment. There is that final judgment. Delena able to take out Oasis is huge. Goodbye to the invisible boundary. Dogman goes down from able to bring Oasis back, but it doesn't matter. Delena with a quadra, trying to make it a penta. Come on now, Delena. Is that enough to end this? What a return.
Yeah, this portal's gonna be too late, surely.
Lights out play from Tony Stark here. Oasis gonna drop Millennia, who's on the change into Invis. You sure finds Vinny Dogman on the self, and you sure again, and that will be point 2. Will they be able to take this series and end it now, folks? Backwards, smashed right back by Strap Pool. Chupiel goes down. Nero able to find Wada, and wow, I don't know how they're doing it, but they consistently do it, finding every single pick, even through some of these strat ults.
Yeah, I mean it was almost a good fight.
And Dive just trying to find some way of getting in here, but Energy has the reset available right at this moment. It's likely going to be combined here. Vest going to charge in forward with the Rampage from the sky. Polly finds that cleanup on a Pro Builder. It's just again a clean sweep as the Sia gets committed.
He doesn't have res either. Poor dude. Pro Builder, because they knew he didn't have the cocoon, he just got chased for like 30 seconds straight, man.
And with Nectar following up, this might be the beginning of the end for TSM.
Now with the dance-off here, the Eye of Agamotto is no more, and so is Doctor Strange. Steven is back in the spawn room gates, and the space station, Nectar, they're farming one by one as the heads fall off of TSM. No way with it, but they have to still contest on the points, because right now with overtime taken away, TSM, they're up in numbers. Space station now have to desperately portal to contest on the point.
Yeah, TSM might have just done enough here, and it's going to be Caldo on the flip side on the Daredevil. Woo! And TSM, maybe they chose this map for a reason.
Gilbert Noodle, that's unfortunate. That's also going to stall out on the God of Mischief, but they have to stay on the point ready. Then it follows up to get the Devil Dino. The Kraken Impact now gets the reset at the very end. The End Song Inferno is enough of that damage. Can TSM do it? They do! TSM, miracles coming out to play.
And the Sentinels are still undefeated. Shouts out to TSM for a hard-fought victory against Space Station Gaming. Y'all did y'all thing. But next, we're going to get into some Dota 2 news, specifically the Esports World Cup closed qualifiers is happening this weekend, and we're going to have matchups from Gamer Legion versus Storm Rage and Team Slayer versus Ignite. This will be the last chance for them to get in that tournament for that $2 million prize pool. So we're looking forward to covering it, and it'll also be our first time doing it. So we're definitely looking forward to it. Also, the IEM is returning to Beijing in 7 years, y'all.
Counter-Strike is heading back to China's capital. ESL has officially announced IEM Beijing 2026, marking the tournament's first return to Beijing since 2019. The event is scheduled to take place November 2nd through November 8th at the Bloomage Biotech BioHelix ECM Arena in Beijing, China. 16 of the world's best Counter-Strike 2 teams will compete for a massive 1.25 million prize pool, along with valuable ESL Pro Tour points and a chance to advance their position in the ESL Grand Slam race. The tournament is expected to be one of the biggest Counter-Strike events ever held in Asia. ESL says more than 45,000 fans are expected to attend throughout the week, making it the largest standalone IEM event in the region's history. One of the biggest features announced is the return of a full 360-degree stage design. Fans will surround the action from every angle, creating an arena atmosphere not seen at an IEM event since the Rio Major in 2022. The move also signals ESL's continued investment in the Chinese esports market. After hosting recent events in Chengdu, the organization is bringing one of its most recognizable Counter-Strike brands back to Beijing as part of the city's broader esports initiative. With a massive prize pool, a packed arena, and some of the best teams in the world expected to attend, IEM Beijing 2026 is shaping up to be one of the premier Counter-Strike events of the year. We'll keep you updated as team qualifications and ticket information become available.
This past weekend was the second week for the qualifiers of the Paris Genomates Major 4, and OpTic continued to dominate the competition. But we got some other teams that showed out this weekend. Take a look.
Thing is, well, I mean, hats off to him. Just played a fantastic map of Call of Duty.
Wonderful work from C9 with 30 seconds to go. The victory parade is in full flow. Maybe thoughts will go back to that map number 1, a 10-point difference, and all of a sudden you're heading into a map 4 to try and seal the deal in this series. Oh, my word, if whoever you shoot between a rock and a hard place. Envoy's just ready and waiting to find the 2. As Nedra now left in the 1 versus 4, and as soon as he's seen the squeeze through the middle of the map, the next gunfights were crucial. Envoy finding more. Couple of hills here, chance, but the break may well be on its way. Thieves trying to get a way through. Abusa can find one back, and the gunfight's just not going their way. 4 should be dead, and absolutely they are. FaZe Vegas finding the kills. And
How is LAT are hitting it with 3? The only defender is going to be Draza at this site, and he's going to be immediately overwhelmed. LAT, their offensive calls have been perfect.
Scrap finding another piece. He's just challenging over the top. Abusa 1v4 takes.
Just waiting for the information. Shotzi getting creepy with it. Hook unknown. 50 seconds to play with Heretics in absolutely no rush. You just don't want to get caught in super. He's playing a dangerous game.
Slithery, sneaky. Shotzi. Shotzi! Oh, he's looking for the 3rd, but he's got reinforcements. Shotzi has absolutely blown Miami Heretics out of the water here with a single play. Now Meadows will have to have his own magic. Looking for it, nothing there. For the right player, already going to be enough, and that is unbelievable.
Playing aggressive, it is OpTic in control once again. Heretics very consistently on the back foot. OpTic having an absolute field day. With all the space they're allowed to get, this is a playground for Shotzi. Give him the quad feed and give him the goal too.
In from the Texas, excellent. All the way through on the overload. That is what makes them such a dangerous team. As SMGs just cry havoc whenever they need to. They're winning every gunfight. It's all highlights from OpTic Texas.
Shotzi's still out there doing his thing, but a great matchup between LA and Vegas. Looking forward to their bracket play that I know them guys are going to meet up in a few weeks. In Valorant Masters London, which this upcoming weekend, we're going to have teams such as G2 Esports, Paper Rex, and Team Heretic, and others. They will be competing for that first prize pool of $350,000.
The road to Valorant Champions continues this month as the world's best teams head to London for Valorant Masters London 2026, the second international event of the VCT season. taking place June 6th through June 21st at London's Copperbox Arena. 12 teams from the Americas, EMEA, Pacific, and China regions will battle for a share of a $1 million prize pool and valuable championship points. The tournament features a two-stage format. 8 teams will begin in the Swiss stage, where squads must earn 2 wins before suffering 2 losses to advance. Waiting in the playoffs are the top seeds from each region: G2 Esports from the Americas, Team Heretics from EMEA, Paper Rex from the Pacific, and Edward Gaming from China. Among the teams competing are NRG, Leviathan, Team Vitality, FUT Esports, Global Esports, Full Sense, XLG Esports, and Dragon Ranger Gaming, with representatives from every major region. Masters London is shaping up to be one of the most competitive events of the year. This marks the first time a Valorant Masters event has been hosted in London, bringing one of esports' biggest stages to the United Kingdom. With international rivalries, championship implications, and some of the game's biggest stars all under one roof, Valorant Masters London is set to deliver 3 weeks of must-watch action.
Definitely looking forward to some CSGO highlights. We'll have them on the channel for y'all. All the good ones, y'all already know. But before we get out of here, I want to give a contribute to my homie who passed away. His name is Jimmy Thousands. He ran the Who Run Philly 2K Madden thing around Philadelphia. I appreciate everything you ever did for me, for the community. You touched a lot of others and inspired people, you know, and you actually inspired me to even do an episode and keep going with what I'm doing, because you never know with life, y'all. So RIP to him, and I'm going to keep your dream alive, bro. I know what it is, and y'all know what this is. This is Nucleus Esports.